that the sun's bright and the powder's bitchin'.
You're listening to TKR. Hello, everybody. Welcome to TKR. Merry Christmas from both of us. Happy holidays.
Merry
no matter what
Christmas.
you celebrate, we're hoping you are spending a lot of time with loved ones and having a good time. We know most of you are probably listening to this after the fact, because if you listen to this episode on Christmas, how dare you? Go spend time with your family.
Christmas. I don't like my family.
But either way, either way, we appreciate you being here. Hope you're having good holidays. What are you up to, TK? All
Honestly,
that
my
really?
brain doesn't work. It's 10:17 currently on a Sunday, and I woke up at 10:08.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, 9 minutes I've been awake.
Very nice.
But
Yeah,
today, I think I'm going to hang out with a couple of people, have a little Christmas party today.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And your brother's in town now, right?
Oh yeah, my
And
brother
you guys-
came back from college.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you ever watch this, a midnight flight? Are you kidding me? I'm still pissed about it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. We were talking about this a couple episodes ago. I remember. I don't remember how it was. Must have been like 3 episodes ago now, probably.
For those who don't know, he came back. It was supposed to be on a Friday, but he moved it to Sunday. So Sunday, technically Monday at midnight, his flight came in. Didn't get back until like 2:33 in the morning. That was like, it was like 3:30 or 4. Yeah, 3:30 or 4. I had to go to work that day. I had to start at 7. So I didn't sleep. I just stayed up. So I was super groggy for the rest of the day. I hated my life for the rest of the day. I hate him for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's Merry Christmas, by the way. No.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. What am I doing? We're getting ready for Christmas, obviously. Yeah, we our part of our Christmas Eve tradition is opening our presents from each other. So we'll do a gift exchange from siblings the night of Christmas Eve.
I didn't know Santa had
that's what we're doing.
siblings.
Yeah, no, Santa Eggsy's brother and sister. What would their names be?
Lanta and
Vanta.
Kranta.
Yeah.
Vanta. There we go.
There we go. Lanta and Vanta. Yep. So that's what we're doing today. We just made a bunch of cookies yesterday. I've got to show you a picture. I made the most demonic looking cookie ever. It's just like a gingerbread man, but he's just like all white, and he's just got this giant smile on his face with these creepy like googly eyes. And it's horrifying. I don't know what emotion he's trying to portray, but whatever it is, it's evil.
Also, with your mouth being open, it looks like you have like 2 small buck teeth, like your Bugs Bunny. Just look at yourself with like your mouth open a bit. Just like
You can only see the 2 front teeth.
especially when like you're leaning down a bit.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna take this off because it's getting hot.
Aw. For the viewers at home that did not know he was going to do this, I just joined the call and then was witness to this. And then he's also looking at Kirby's butthole. So,
Which is actually casting a horrible shadow on my face now that I'm actually seeing it. So I'm just going to take him off. Kirby's going to sit down here.
aw.
Sorry, Kirb. I'll find a better spot for him.
I'll never do that to you, Mushu.
So, what are we talking about today? Well, funny thing, if you listen to the last episode, you were probably expecting a tier list. Probably looking forward to that greatly. Sorry to break it to you, that's not happening.
What?
I'm lazy. No, I figured, if Christmas episode only comes once a year, so instead of only focusing on music or whatever we're going to talk about, let's cover a more broad topic. So I just want to discuss, just some of our favorite movies, songs, traditions, pretty much just anything we feel like we want to talk about. I feel like that's more fitting for a one-off Christmas episode that we can only do once a year.
My phone is
So,
starting.
so let's start with movies, because I have to talk about this because I just had the craziest like moment last night of I think I'm actually losing my mind. Like I thought this was the final straw that I was actually losing it. So we were watching Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Obviously,
Classic.
a classic from when we were growing up. My mom is obsessed with the Grinch, so that's like, one of the movies we make sure to watch every year. And so we were watching this movie. I think we used to watch it on ABC Family on their 25 Days of Christmas. They would play it constantly, so it was just always on in the background. Yeah, throwback, right? Haven't heard ABC Family in a few years. I guess it's Freeform now, I think. But I still got Santa hair in my mouth, bro. That's gonna sound really weird out of context for our audio listeners. I was wearing a Santa hat with a beard on.
I mean, if they saw the video,
right? But if they didn't see the video, they're gonna think I just have Santa's hair in my mouth, and that's a little weird.
Which kind of Santa's hair you got in your mouth?
Anyways, getting off that topic very rapidly. So I was watching The Grinch, and it was the scene where it was in the mailroom where Cindy's dad was there and he was taking packages, and then it was just like somebody was just like, I need this here tomorrow. He's like, Open Express, and then it cuts away. I was like, wait a minute. No, isn't there more to that scene? I like distinctly remember there being a part in that movie where somebody's just like, I need this here Wednesday. I need this here tomorrow. I need this here yesterday. And then it's just like, then it cuts over. And that just didn't happen. And I was like, wait a minute.
And then the Mandela effect.
Yeah, and I asked my my mom and sisters, I was like, do you remember this scene? And they were kind of just like, maybe. Like, maybe it's later in the movie, or maybe I was like, no, I can't be losing it now. And it kept getting worse because there was something else in between there. But then it was the scene where they were doing the present pass along at the end of the Hoovelation ceremony. And it was they get to do it, and the mayor just says, we're gonna start with our what is his name? I don't know. I don't remember. Whatever the award was, the Hoovelation, whatever award he won. Our Holiday Cheermeister, that's what it was.
Oh,
he said, as always, we're going to start with our Holiday Cheermeister. And he passes the Grinch the present, he rips it open, and it's the shaver. But I'm like, no, there's a scene in this movie where they actually pass the presents along. I was like, I'm not going crazy. I know, because he passed it around, and of course the Grinch didn't know he was supposed to get a gift. And so he just looks at, what's her face? Wow, I'm really bad with names today.
Is this the live action one, or is this the
This is the live action one. This is the Jim Carrey one.
I think you're mixing it up with the animated one.
No. Because this is what happened is he's going around, because I know, because this is specifically in the movie, and then he's like he steals the mayor's watch. And he's like, Merry Christmas. Sorry I didn't have time to wrap it. I specifically remember that line because I always thought the delivery on it was so funny. Sorry I didn't have time to wrap it. And I was like, I know I'm not going crazy. And then the mayor's like, that's my watch. He's like, oh, so everything on your wrist belongs to you? And so I'm like, I know this is in the movie. I'm not crazy. And then I looked up on YouTube. I looked up that scene. I looked up that scene on YouTube. And it didn't have the present pass along in it. I was like, no, I'm not losing it. I know this is real. And so after finally unburying, I found it labeled as a deleted scene. And I was just like, no, this scene was not, it was in the movie. And so after more research, I found out that apparently, specifically on ABC Family and Freeform, they had rights to exclusively stream like the extended cut of the movie, with the deleted scenes added in. And so, and apparently that extended cut was never put on DVD or VHS or anything. So like if you didn't watch that movie on ABC Family, you've just never seen this movie, like never seen these parts of the movie. And I was just like, that's crazy.
That's so weird.
Because
What?
I just had this moment of like, so like this version of the movie that I know, like that I grew up on, like there's a whole part of the people who are just like, wow, I've never seen this part of the movie. I thought I was going crazy because I was like, there's no way. I know this stuff was in the movie. And I don't know why it was cut because they're funny scenes. And
Speaking of cutscenes from that movie, do you know about the scene where he pulls the tablecloth?
then
How that wasn't supposed to be in there?
yeah.
For those who don't know, he pulls the tablecloth and and then he does it correctly and he knocks everything off. He was actually supposed to pull everything off with the first pull, but he did it the right way. So in a moment of improv, he just ran out the table and knocked it over. I think they said he even stubbed his toe during it by accident.
Dude,
and
so
they just
much
left
of that,
it in.
so much of that movie is improv. It's so good. I was just reading, you know, the scene where he's turning Max into a reindeer and he puts on like the director's hat and he starts being like a film director. I saw a thing the other day saying that was actually improv and that was him just mocking Ron Howard, the director of the movie. Like that was not written that way. He was just like, I'm going to do a scene where I pretend to be Ron Howard. And that's what he did. He just mocked the director in front of the director. It's so funny. Jim Carrey's a genius. I love it. But,
I find there's also something funny about improv. There was I don't know, remember what it was, but there was like this huge like movie writer Q&A that people were doing, and people found out that the one thing that they hate the most is when improv does better than what they wrote.
exactly.
They would spend little hours like trying to write the perfect scene just for the actor to make something in the moment. Like,
yeah.
I think the worst one that someone mentioned for them was in Guardians 1 when he drops the orb and picks it back up and they left it in. He goes, God damn it!
I mean, because that's especially if you're doing a comedy, like writing those real life interactions, sometimes just those little things that just happen is so hard to script out.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of those, like you can't make up or like falsify a lot of those little interactions. And so you kind of just have to let the people be in the moment because it works. It's so good.
I think my favorite improv moment, which all of you guys should know about, hopefully, is the Fast and Furious with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh,
do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
No? Okay. So you know how he's in the movie? I think it was like Ludacris he was in the movie with?
Okay. I think so.
The scene was The Rock was walking up and someone looks at him and goes, because The Rock is bald. It's like someone, you better hide your baby oil to put on his head. And he looks at him and goes, hey, I'm sorry, man. The Rock, maintaining character, goes, you better hide that big ass forehead. And you see Ludacris in the background and completely spit out his drink. All of that was improv.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. I know what scene you're talking about now. It's so
that
good.
was everyone's like genuine reaction. Like they had two cameras like facing each one of them. So it happened. It wasn't like they recorded one, they recorded the other. They was both happening at the same. That was just their immediate reaction to what each other said.
Genius! It's so good, man. I love.
Hide your big ass forehead. It's so good.
That was an idea I was toying about, is doing like an improv episode where we just do different improv stuff and make stuff up, just like a one-off thing. I think that'd be fun. That'd be a fun thing to try. But that'll be a future thing. But yet that was another thing from the movie too, that I just died laughing because it was from the Grinch. It was at the end of the movie, and obviously it was probably a scene that ABC Family cut, but it was just like when they're sledding the sleigh down back down the mountain down to Whoville, and the Grinch is like water skiing behind it. And then he like hits something, flies up and lands, like crashes on the front of the sled. And Cindy Lou's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Are you kidding?" What did he say? He said, "The sun's bright and the powder's bitchin'." And I was like, "What?" I was like, I'm pausing. I was like, "Did he really just say what I think he said?" And I rewinded. I was like, "There's no way I heard that right." And I rewinded it. I was like, "How have I never heard that line in the movie?" It was
Oh, my
so
child
crazy.
brain.
I know. I was just like, okay, obviously Freeform probably would have cut it out. That's probably why I never saw it. But I was just like, that's wild. It just
The
like
powder
it
be
amazes
bitching.
me. The powder's bitching. I was like, it blows my mind that there's like versions of this movie that like either way people have not seen. Like if you're
Yeah.
like me and grew up on the ABC Family one, you know, you've seen more of it than most people have. Like that's crazy. Like everybody thinks they've seen this movie, but most people probably actually haven't. It's really funny.
Can you
But
imagine that was like the SpongeBob movie where David Hasselhoff wasn't in it or something, and they like
mm,
put something else? By the way, to anyone that actually knows David Hasselhoff outside of the SpongeBob movie, you're not real. You don't exist. You cannot tell me that as a kid you're like, yeah, I know who David Hasselhoff is. Then you saw him in the movie, you're like, oh my god, it's him.
it's
No,
him.
you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, that's
You
what
saw his
like
butt cheeks, and then you saw it in something else. You're like, oh my god, I know that butt.
I
Yeah,
know that.
talk
Yeah,
to me
pretty much.
about this.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But yeah, so on the topic of movies, what is do you have a favorite Christmas movie that you grew up on or anything like
I
that?
don't know if this technically counts, but I gotta give it to the Home Alone trilogy.
Oh, that dude, 100% counts.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
'Cause that
I
is
got to watch those.
it's so good.
It really is. That's what I've noticed this year is we ditched cable. I want to say it was last year now. But
Mhm.
that's the thing is it was so easy to watch Christmas movies because you just pop on ABC Family and it's just like 24 hours constant stream of anything that they decide to play.
Yeah,
And since we got rid of cable, I just like haven't watched a lot of Christmas movies. Just because I have
really.
to go out of my way to play them, and it's like I just
Oh
I
yeah.
do other things now. I can't just pop it on in the background. So like
Mhm.
I have not seen the Home Alone movies in probably close to 2 years now. Same with like I
Damn,
just
it's
don't
been
watch them.
longer for me.
Yeah, but so
But yeah,
I want to
it's
go and binge some in the next couple of days.
I ended up watching like one of the people that does like how to beat specific movies, and one of them was Home Alone.
Oh
And I was
yeah,
watching it. I'm like, these are the dumbest criminals I've ever seen in my life. Like, spoilers ahead for Home Alone. If you haven't seen it, I don't care. I'm gonna spoil it for
if you
you.
haven't seen it, go watch it. Obviously, first of all, go watch it. They're awesome movies.
So, a couple of the scenes towards the beginning was the tar stairs, like the really the glued stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So he glued the basement stairs, and one of the criminals started walking up it. The first step, he loses a shoe. Second step, loses the other shoe. Then a sock and a sock. And then he goes to step on the next one, and there's a nail maybe like that far out of the step. The dude just steps on it immediately and falls straight
Mm.
back. How do you not see the fucking nail? And also, after you lose a single shoe, why are you still going up? And
Yeah.
then what the other one was the heating up the door handle with the coil.
Uh-huh.
It was literally bright red, and he
Right,
still
like why would
grabbed
you
it.
still grab it?
It was like, oh my god, the gold door handle. Why is it red now?
Touch it
Like,
anyways.
these criminals were dumb,
Yeah, the Sticky
but it was
Bandits, man.
funny.
So good, so good. I love those
Getting
movies.
shot in the nuts by a BB gun because you look through a doggy door because
Yeah.
you couldn't get the door unlocked.
Oh, man, this all sounds crazy out of context if you haven't seen the movies. So just go watch the movies, please.
I think the bubble gun is my favorite part about that. Them just like, oh my god, he's strapped up,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
he's like, I got bubbles.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
If
Well,
only she'd had a Spider-Man piece. He would've
that
won.
Spider-Man piece. Gosh dang it. Man, that's a deep cut, the Spider-Man piece. That was
If you don't know
from
the Spider-Man piece, you haven't been watching us very well.
And even if you have watched us, that was an obscure moment from like probably the first 5 episodes, I want to say.
It was somewhere early.
Wow, man.
I think it was the first time we did video.
Oh, you're right. I don't
I
know
think it
which
was the first
episode
episode we
that was.
did video.
But that was a while ago.
5?
5, 6, 7. I don't remember. But
Huh.
anyways, man, wow. Spider-Man piece. What a callback. Yeah. Wow, man, it's
When-
funny to think that like if we're still doing this a year from now, which I assume we will be,
yeah.
I'll give us the benefit of the doubt. I think we'll stick with it.
hmm
We'll be making references like that from a year in the past. That's wild. But
We're gonna be like
anyways,
in our 80s. You're like, you remember the Spider-Man
the
piece?
Spider-Man piece. Oh, that's gonna be.
Why'd you turn into Santa?
Merry
When you're
Christmas.
80, you just become the new Santa.
Life goals. That's what I want to be. Santa when I grow up. Be
You're gonna be
awesome.
saying ho ho ho, and I'm gonna be saying, oh my god, there's a ho, there's a ho, and there's a ho.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm trying to think. There was something else I wanted to talk about on that line. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's what it was. I rewatched one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time is The Muppets Christmas Carol. Have you
Oh,
seen it?
I've never seen it, no, but
Oh. So it's got do you know who Michael Caine is?
yes.
He played Alfred in Christian Bale's Dark Knight movies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the big thing that I know him from, but he's world-class actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Anyways, he played Ebenezer Scrooge in that movie. And it's so funny because his performance is like so serious and so over, like he went full in on the role. And so it's just like he deserves an Oscar for being able to pull off a serious role while he's just like surrounded by people just like with their hands like just in a puppet. Like he's just having these serious deep conversations with with like puppets. It's so amazing and it's so funny to watch. But it's such a good movie. Like even just like Muppets aside, the music in it is so good and like the story is so good and it's so well written. I love it. I think it's my favorite version of that movie.
Honestly, everything about actors, I don't understand how people can just do movies and like have serious moments during comedies.
Oh, I
It makes
know.
no like I watched some of the behind the scenes of what's it called? Oh, it's Kevin Hart and The Rock in that spy movie,
Oh, I don't
Central
remember.
Intelligence.
Yeah. Yep.
And there were some scenes about I think it was like um Kevin Hart was trying to like hype up Dwayne. It's like you can do it, you can save the world. And one of the things is like, oh, you're this guy. You're not this guy. You're not like this guy, or The Rock. Like, who named himself The Rock? That's a stupid ass name to The Rock himself. And I'm like, how they obviously didn't stay in character for that. But I'm like, how if they wrote that in the script, how do you stay in character
Uh-huh.
while someone who's like 3 feet shorter than you insults you right to your face? Like, what do you do?
Uh-huh. Oh no, I was thinking about that yesterday while watching The Grinch too. I'm like, people always get recognized. Like if you're watching a Jim Carrey movie or a Will Ferrell movie or
Hmm
Kevin Hart, whatever. If you're watching one of their movies, they're always like the highlight. Everybody only talks about them. But I'm like, the real
Yeah,
actors are the ones who stare them in the face while they're doing this dumb stuff and like not breaking character.
exactly.
I was
Like,
like, those are the real actors right there.
what is a good example of that? Oh, Jim Carrey in when with the animal movie. What is it called?
Ace Ventura.
The Ace Ventura. How
Uh-huh.
do people stay in character during that?
I
Especially
know.
like, have you seen like the comparison of Jim Carrey on screen and off screen?
Uh-huh. He's such a
Like the
like a
character he
soft
plays,
spoken.
yeah, the characters he plays makes no sense. It's honestly like they give him like every drug in the world, and they leave him in a room for a while with like one of these strapped down. It's like, and
Yeah.
then they just put him on like he. It's so weird that you can go up to him and say, "Hey, I'm Jim Carrey. How are you?" And then 5 minutes later, he'd be like, "Wow!" It makes no sense.
It's so funny the difference and it's yeah and I don't know that's one person who I'd genuinely be interested in like sitting down and talking with
Hmm
because it's like I know for a lot of things it's like he didn't even want to play those characters but yeah because I think he's like officially retiring now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I remember seeing an interview after Sonic 2 where he's just like, unless there's a really good script that brings me back, he kind
Mm-hmm.
of just wants to retire and spend time with his family.
Respect.
Respect. Oh yeah. But
Respect.
so that's what I would love to talk to him and be like, how do you break down these characters? Like how do you like it's just something, and it's the same with like Jack Black.
Oh,
He like anytime a camera's on, he like elevates his energy up to 500%, and then it's
did you
like as
see
soon as
how?
he's off camera, it just like dies right out.
Did you see the costume he wore, the suit that he wore to like after the Super Mario Bros. Movie?
The Bowser suit.
The
The
Bowser
Bowser
suit.
suit. Yeah, he was just wearing that. I watched a clip the other day. The Jonas Brothers invited him out to be a performer at their concert. And so he performed Peaches in that suit again. And the piano player had like the toad hat on. It was just sitting there playing the piano. It's so good. Dude, on that note, I just read something this week that Jack Black is trying to get them to make the Mario movie sequel a musical called Bowser's Revenge, and he wants to write all the music for it. I was like,
Yo,
please.
yo.
Uh-huh. It'd be different, but I think they could pull it off. Like just let Jack Black take creative control over that movie. Please.
100%. There's gonna be a scene where Bowser does the splits. There's no shot. Have you ever seen like when TikTok was first forming that Jack Black was like one of the first celebrities that got huge on it
Oh
of all
yeah.
the stuff he was doing?
Yeah.
Oh my.
I would kill. I would kill for that movie. I hope that
I want
it's
it to
probably
be
not
live
gonna happen.
action so I can watch him do it. I don't want to hear just hear his voice. I want to see him act this out.
Yeah, him as Bowser. It'd be so good. Dude, I hope. I know they're not gonna do it, but man, I hope.
They would 100% be a saxophone song.
Oh, of course. You bring out the saxoboom. I used to be able to play that on my saxophone. My Barry sax. It was so good.
Did you see the trailer for Kung Fu Panda 4?
Yes. And that's one of those movies that I'm kind of torn on.
Yeah,
Because it's like I love it and I love that it's back, but and especially bringing back the villain from the first movie.
the first one.
Yeah. It's like don't bring him back just to like kill him off and like don't do that. If you're gonna bring back a
didn't see
character.
the trailer then.
Well, yeah, no, I did see it. And that's why I'm
You think
slightly that's why I'm slightly opposed to it.
You don't know who the villain is, do you?
Yeah, it's the chameleon guy.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. No, I watched the
The
trailer.
way you said it, I'm like, you're
No,
about
but
to be for a rude awakening.
No, that's what I'm saying is I'm kind of opposed to the idea of them bringing back the villain from the first movie just as like a kind of just as a power up or that sort of thing for
Yeah.
the new villain.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you're gonna bring him back, actually use him.
Yeah.
But I am curious to see. DreamWorks has kind of been on a roll lately.
I was gonna say, with every Kung Fu Panda movie they've had so far, I was like, there's no way they can get better than that.
Yeah.
And they've blown my mind with
It's
each
been
one.
consistently pretty good.
Yeah. But like, I don't. My biggest problem with it is Poe becoming, what? Oh God, what was his name? The turtle was, Oogway.
Yeah,
Becoming
Master
next
Oogway.
Oogway, it bothers me
Yeah,
beyond belief.
yeah.
Because like, I know in my head, right? They're gonna make it so that Poe's gonna make his own like role for that. Like he's gonna
Yeah.
make it in his own image.
Right.
But like, why wouldn't it? I forget. It's been so long since I watched Kung Fu Panda. The raccoon dog that teaches Poe.
Yeah.
I don't. Why
Master
would he not just be
All right, Master Shifu.
Shifu? Yes,
Shifu.
thank
I
you.
almost said Splinter.
The
and I
rest of
was
them
like,
are
no,
so
that's not
easy to
right.
remember because it's
Yeah.
just Tiger, Mantis, and Poe. But then you got. But I don't understand why wouldn't just become the next one. Like you think after he
Right.
made the Dragon Warrior, he would just be the next in line.
Right, and with the also that was another thing with it is the Furious Five or whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
They just like it just doesn't look like they're in the movie from that first trailer, and I'm like, what? Why?
Oh, the Furious Five. I'm sorry, but they're like they suck. If you have, I get it. I would never win in a fight against them. But if
Uh-huh.
you are like, oh yeah, one of you guys is gonna be the next Dragon Warrior. Train your lives away.
Uh-huh.
And then this fat ass and a firework drops down and goes, I see skill in you. I choose you. It's like, bitch, I've been training for however many years for
Right.
this moment. And you're like, yeah, the
It
panda.
should have been me.
Also, the scene where Tiger's like, Poe flies at her. She just grabs him, flips him, and turns around. I was like, you see that?
You see that?
Oh,
Dragon Warrior material got robbed. No, but
Seriously
in
got
all
robbed.
seriousness, Pixar's been on a roll lately. I don't know if you saw, or not Pixar, sorry, DreamWorks.
mhm.
What was the movie called? It was Bad Guys.
Is
I
that
think-
with the snake, the wolf?
Yeah. The piranha.
I've seen clips
shark.
of it. I haven't seen the full. It looks really
Okay.
good.
It was pretty good. I think I watched it at some point. I remember it being good. But like the animation was super cool. And then they released Puss in Boots 2, which
Mhm.
I've still yet to watch, but I've
I
heard
haven't
it's
watched it either, but I've seen
fantastic.
so many things. I will tell you this from all the reviews I've heard: Death is like the
Is
best
like
villain
an
they've seen in a
actual
while.
villain, right? Like they
He's-
did not shy away.
I will say, watch the movie, and when you ever see Death, like watch him because there are some things that he does that are incredible.
It's crazy.
So I won't spoil it any more than that. But
Mm-hmm. But so that's what I mean
Also-
is they've been on a roll, so I think they can pull it off.
yeah.
I think they'll pull
Speaking
it off.
of movies, have you seen on TikTok that people are making their own Pixar cover arts?
Yes. I don't know what. Like, it's wild. It's
Let me
so
see if
funny.
I have some saved. Let's see if I can find any good ones really quick. For those of you who don't know, people have decided to go and make Pixar artworks of it's like Pixar movie artwork cover arts, but they're really bad. Oh, here
AI
we go.
generated of like very, very horrific things.
So one of them is Chemo.
Oh gosh. It's
We
there's
have Finding Milk. Stand up, damn it.
oh my gosh.
BBC.
Oh man. I think people were just using like like okay, all right, we're done. No more. I think people were using just like Microsoft's like built-in just like AI generated imagery software into like Bing or something. And so I think I heard Microsoft actually like banned the ability to use Pixar
Good,
because of how bad people were making them. They're like, all right, we need to stop this.
at first, like I had them for a while, and I was like scrolling. I saw one. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cute. And then I scroll back up. I'm like, wait a second. Like, there's no way they're making this movie, right? Oh my god!
I think my
'cause
favorite
there's-
one I saw was I think the movie was just called Cupcake, and it was just this Pixar version of EDP, just like a very cartoon, holding a big ass cupcake in his hand. That was like my favorite one that I saw. That was the best one. It's so good. This is a cupcake. For those of you who don't know
God.
anything about that, we're not going into details.
All we have to say is he got what he deserved. Fuck him.
Yep. Oh yeah. But yeah. Anyways, let's get back on the topic of Christmas, shall we?
Oh yeah, we've been. Now I see why people say that we can't stay on topic.
Yeah, no, we
see it
jump
now.
around. Right? That's okay. That's okay. It's good talk. Let's talk about music.
Fuck.
Because I know you have some some fun experience with Christmas music at your job, and yeah. So we're gonna talk about it. Are there? First, I want to talk about: are there any Christmas songs that you just cannot stand, and you cannot say all of them?
Damn it. Okay, so I will explain first of all why I don't like Christmas music. All right, so it's not like let's say like today, um, let's say Fall Out Boy writes a Christmas song. I will probably be fine with it.
Yeah.
My problem is how uncreative Christmas music has gotten to the
Oh, yeah.
point where, like, Jingle Bells, instead of someone like doing a complete revamp of Jingle Bells, making it in their own image, they just have a whole bunch of people singing Jingle Bells in their own voice, and then people's like, "Oh my god, that's like my favorite Jingle Bells." Like, no, it's someone literally word for word taking someone else's just with their own voice.
Uh-huh.
And then
Exactly.
radio will like play each and every one of them. That's my problem with Christmas music. It's so uncreative.
Yeah.
Where people just like kind of take someone else's thing, put their own voice into it, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, there's another one. It's so good."
Yeah.
That's my problem with Christmas music.
Oh yeah. And we were talking about this at work, because stupidly, admittedly very stupidly, it was like the week after Thanksgiving, the local station was already playing their Christmas music. So we were just like, oh, we need a little Christmas spirit around here. Hey, can you guys turn on the Christmas station on the radio? Oh, that was the big mistake. We started too soon. Because that's the problem is they, by default, usually we have the Christian station on. And they are notorious for playing the same 5 songs over and over and over and over again. So that was the logic. We're like, oh, at least if we turn on Christmas, it'll be the same 5 songs, but it'll be different versions of the same 5 songs, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So each of us at work have just like 1 or 2 songs that we can't stand. One of my coworkers, it's Jingle Bell Rock because it plays every time he walks in the door without fail.
Yeah.
Someone else was somebody else's was Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas.
I'm with them on that.
Mine,
it's gotten old.
Mine, and I've never had a problem with this song. I actually like the song, but this year, oh my gosh, it's Last Christmas, which is there's nothing wrong with the song, but the problem is the station that we have up here only plays. No, they don't only play the Glee version. They play the Glee version a lot, which I was okay with at the start. But then they would play that version like 4 times an hour, and then they would sprinkle in the original every now and then. And I'm like, this is too much. Guys, this is too much. Please stop. Play another song, please. I will say, the Taylor Swift version of that song, I'm not a Swiftie by any means, but the Taylor Swift version of that song, amazing.
Well,
but they play it once a day. And I'm like, if you would just play that one like a couple more times, I could tolerate it. But they don't. Oh, it's terrible.
I'm trying to think of what song it was. Oh, here it is. So, slightly off topic, but in the same regards. We Are Young by Fun, when we were kids, was played every other song
Oh, yeah.
on the radio. Hate the song so much. Like, it. So, if you, like, know me personally, you probably know that, like, I'm very fine with like with my playlist. I listen to the same song multiple times in a row, but it's on a radio station where people that's like was the only way for you to get your music out there. Where everyone would request this one song, and so stations would be forced to like do one song in between each one to not completely not saturate what they're playing. But for some reason, We Are Young was like every other song.
Yeah.
Like you would literally get like and then the other song would be like 3 songs and that would be it.
Yeah.
Like We Are Young, then you get maybe Some Nights, then We Are Young, then Mariah Carey, then We Are Young, then Mariah Carey again. You're like
you're like, stop! It's too much.
Fucking stop it!
Which speaking
I'm trying to find music.
You just unlocked a core memory in my brain. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
All right, so you remember our friend Tony, right? Of course.
Oh yeah.
Who could forget Tony? We love Tony.
Who can forget Tony? If you're Tony for watching, hi.
Hi, Tony. We had I would go over to his house all the time and we'd play Minecraft on his Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
And he had that album that We Are Young is on, the Fun album, whatever it was called.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the name of their album. And he would just put the disc in and we would listen to it in the background while we were playing Minecraft. Because that was the
Mm-hmm.
thing you could do on Xbox, was like play a CD while you're playing your digital games, which is I never knew, which is cool. But so he would do that, and we would just listen to that album on repeat while we played Minecraft. Oh, core memory. That just, like you said, We Are Young, and then I started hearing the song in my head. I was like, Minecraft. Crazy. But yeah, so I have to say, uh, it's kind of funny, and maybe it's just a difference in like workplace, what have you. But like when they would play back when we were at Toys R Us back in, I don't know what year, 2016,
2016.
2017, whenever we started
I
working.
have the photos.
Whenever we
Continue on.
whenever we worked seasonal at Toys R Us, it was 2016 or 2017, whenever. Like listening to Christmas music there and then playing the same four songs over and over and over again, it never bothered me.
That's what it was 2017.
2017,
But
okay.
that's what I mean. Like with us just using that one CD player and playing the Guardians of the Galaxy, going through what was the movie? Sane. Like that never bothered. I guess it might have been the thing of like, because we weren't necessarily concentrating on the songs.
Right.
Like we
You were
had
actively
customers that
doing
would come
other
up.
things.
We were doing our job. Whereas in your car, if it's silent, that's all you can hear.
Yeah.
Like it even got to the point like some songs, like you'd register them in your head, and then we'd all sing them together.
Yeah.
In the store. So it might have just been the fact of like we weren't necessarily going through every song one after the other. It was maybe like once an hour you would hear that one song, we'd all like sing for a second, and then you just go back to work.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's probably what it is. No, but it's funny because one of the songs that they played nonstop during that Christmas season at Toys R Us was, oh, what's the song called? It's by Kelly Clarkson, Underneath the Tree. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, that song is like one of my favorite Christmas songs, just because I have such fond memories of just listening to it at Toys R Us.
I typed in the Kelly on YouTube immediately. Kelly Clarkson Christmas song, Kelly Clarkson Under the Tree.
Yep, there it is. And that's one song that they just don't play it on the radio. There's so many songs. I don't get it. It's like it seems like just this year, the Christmas station that I listen to, it's the same one that I listen to like in my car that we listen to at work, and it's like for some reason they just don't play a variety of songs anymore. I don't know what happened between this year and last year, but like even like the Jonas Brothers song that came out a few years ago, there's like Justin Bieber songs, any of the like the new modern songs, they just don't play them anymore.
10 years ago, Underneath the Tree.
Yeah, that's an older one. But it's just crazy. I don't know why they insist on playing the same like dated songs over and over and over again. I get that they're classics, but like they just don't play any of like the modern songs this year.
That's why
It's
I fucking
weird.
hate people doing the countdowns to December 1st. Like you play Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, no, stop. Not yet.
Also, I have a theory that Mariah Carey is the one doing all the countdowns. She's like, I'm about to make so much money this Christmas.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to know how much she makes off of like residual payments from that song.
We're about to find out.
Like that's crazy. That's one song that doesn't bother me. I like the song
so much,
but it's yeah, no, I don't know why that one does like it doesn't bug me as much as it should. But like I don't understand, like it makes me want to go like walk into the radio station and be like, here's a list of songs that you only play once every week. Like let's add some of these.
What's your guess for how much she makes every Christmas?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna say like 3 million. That would be my guess.
Fucking wizard! It is 3 million. What the?
Are you serious?
I'm not even joking. What the fuck?
Oh man. Must be those psychic genes. I have psychic genes in me. I'm part wizard, actually. I wish. No, but that's 3 million on the money.
On average, Carrie earns around 3 million each holiday season from All I Want for Christmas
Damn.
Is You. That sum goes way up during years when Carrie performs Christmas concerts and tour. So yeah, just from
Yeah,
the holiday season of All I Want for Christmas Is You, it's around 3 million.
that's crazy. Well, and it kind of goes in hand with like, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because
Yeah,
like you said at the beginning, most Christmas music is just people singing other people's songs.
yeah.
And so it's not often that there's like a good original Christmas song. That's not to
Mm-hmm.
say there aren't, because there are quite a few. Like the one that Jonas Brothers did 2 years ago maybe. Um You Make Every Day Feel Like Christmas. I don't know what the actual song was
Mm-hmm.
called, but like that's pretty good. But so All I Want for Christmas is one of those that's like, I think it's her original song. I would assume it is. I've never
Yes,
heard
it
any
is. I
version
believe
of it.
so.
Um
Mm-hmm.
and so it's one of those things that's like it's rare to have an original Christmas song that takes off as much as that one did. So it's like I get why it's still played a lot, because it's, it's iconic, it's original, it's something new.
Exactly. Like, luckily, not very many people go off of that one because, like, oh, it's like it is listed as someone's. Like, I don't think anyone can tell me who originally sang Jingle Bells. Like, it's just not in
Right.
someone's mind because you're
Right.
so used to just hearing other people sing it.
Right.
But, like, if
Exactly.
you hear "All I Want for Christmas Is You," you're like, "Oh, Mariah Carey," instantly, and that's why I
For
think no
sure.
one really goes off of it and does that one in their own voice. But it sucks that it's played every goddamn fucking day
Yeah.
for hours.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh,
Yeah. No, and
oh.
that's what's funny is even this year on the radio station that we have, it just doesn't play a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why it's tolerable. But
Lucky bastard.
yeah, I don't know what's been happening lately, but it's yeah, the radio station is not doing good this year.
I made the mistake of telling Aaliyah that I don't like Christmas music, and so every time she's over on TikTok, her whole feed is Christmas because she loves Christmas.
Uh-huh.
So she'll literally like turn up her phone whenever Christmas music is playing. I'll just look at her. She'll smile at me. Oh,
Torture. I do like one of my favorite TikTok trends that I think started last year, or maybe it's been 3 years now, I don't know. Is the the Universal Studios Grinch. You've seen those
I have never
that
heard
guy?
of this one.
No. So
No.
it started with this guy at Universal Studios. Like they have like a meet and greet that you can do with the Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who wears the Grinch suit is just so funny. Like he just makes fun of people. And he gets paid to do it. He probably doesn't get paid enough to do it, but he gets paid to do it. And he's so funny. And there's a few of them. But so that was like a huge viral thing. I want to say it was just last year where people would just go and like interact with this Grinch and they'd take videos of it because he's just so funny. Yeah, that's one of my favorite one of my favorite Christmas things now is because it, like obviously they're capitalizing on it now. So now
Mm-hmm.
there's like a lot more of it going around. It's really funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Earlier you asked me what my favorite Christmas song is, and I got into a rant. So, I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called "Wish List" by Neon Trees.
Oh, I feel like I've heard of it. Maybe.
Yeah, it's not very well known from
No.
what I've seen, and that's why I like it because it's
Okay.
never played anywhere.
Right.
So it
You
doesn't
can
annoy
listen
me.
to it when you want to and not have
Exactly. But, oh my! It was. I think on the radio, I've only ever heard it 4 times
Oh wow.
during Christmas. Yeah, and as soon as I'm like, I got one. I got
Oh, I
one.
think I have heard this song. But yeah, no, it's not one that you hear on the radio station like at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Which is perfect.
I wish they'd play more music like that though. Like not like constantly like 10 times a day, but like just do little one-off songs like one-off artists that people just haven't really heard of.
Yeah, honestly, like, especially like nowadays, it sucks because radio stations probably don't get call-ins anymore.
Right.
Like, unless it's just like our parents nowadays would probably be people that would still call in, but everyone can just plug in their phone, play their own music, and
Yeah.
then just go for it.
Right.
Which kind of stinks because I remember like a fond memory I had every day. Just the radio station in our hometown had a game show every morning at 7 where it was unscramble the words,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
you got yeah.
I
Me and
remember
my
that.
mom would do it every day
Yeah.
when we were driving to school, and we make it like a game like between us. So we'd race it. Like me and my brothers would be in the car, and it would be like I think it was like 7:30 or something. But like, shut up, game show's on. They
Be
they
quiet.
did not like it at all. They weren't gonna participate anyways. So
Uh-huh.
I'm sitting there and like, spaceship. It was
Good times.
Mom, if you're listening
man.
to this, I totally won. Don't listen to anyone else. I totally won. I'm undefeated unless times I got defeated. But I was a kid. You were cheating because you were driving, and I got to write stuff down. So you were definitely cheating somehow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For sure.
Love you, Mom.
Absolutely.
This is a message to everyone to go tell your mom you love them, or your dad you love them, or your siblings love them, or anyone else in your family that you love them.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Tis the
not,
season,
go to sleep.
just do it. Just do it. Pick
Yeah,
up the phone,
just-
call, text, whatever. You know. But
Merry
yeah,
Christmas, you filthy animals.
I'm trying to think of other sort of annual Christmas traditions, just little niche things. Oh, okay,
Have you
that's what I
ever-
should talk about. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you ever done like White Elephant or Secret Santa,
Oh yeah, both.
and like what's
At
your
some
favorite
points.
thing you've seen from each of them?
Okay, my favorite thing I got, you've actually seen it. I don't have it on me anywhere. The favorite thing, this is just one that I personally got. The favorite thing I got was that little Spider-Man backpack, the Empire State University bag that I bring to every single Comic-Con that I go to.
Mm-hmm.
I got that from a White Elephant.
Really?
Yep. It was 2 years ago maybe. I have a friend who used to work at GameStop, and he had like the GameStop like collector's box that they released for the original Spider-Man game.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the White Elephant, he wrapped up the backpack that came in that. And so we were playing, and it was probably considered cheating, but I don't really care. He leaned over. He's just like, "Hey, you should choose mine. I think you're really gonna like what's in it." Because we had just watched, I think we just watched No Way Home. So that must have been 3 years ago now, 2 years ago, which is crazy to think about. By the way, that was crazy.
Yeah, seriously.
But we had just watched No Way Home, so he's like, "Yeah, I think you'll like that. It's related to something we did recently." I was just like, "Okay, so it's Spider-Man related. Of course I'm gonna take it." And so I went up, took it, I opened it up. I was like, "Oh!" And of course,
If any one of you bitches takes this from me,
that's what I said. I'm like, if anybody steals this, you're going to see a grown man cry. Nobody
you want
wants
to see
that,
the
so just
Spider-Man
don't-
piece.
I'm gonna flash the Spider-Man piece real quick. But yeah, and I think everybody knows how much I was obsessed with Spider-Man, so they were like, we cannot take this from him. So I somehow managed to keep it through the entire thing, and yeah, so that's probably my personal favorite thing that I have gotten from a White Elephant. But I'm trying to think of other funny things. I think it was that same year somebody brought in it was just this creepy ass like wind up music box thing that was just this little like black and white clown it was like a Jack in the Box.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't an actual Jack in the Box. It was just like a statue. And like this thing looked possessed. Like it was creepy. And they were just like, "Oh yeah, my grandma bought this for my younger sister thinking it was a good idea to give to a child." And they just were just like, "We need it. We want to get rid of it. So we're just going to throw it in the White Elephant."
Can you imagine just a 4-year-old child gets this thing? It's like,
And it was like this thing would play music on its own. Like it was not wound up at all. It would just be sitting like across the room and it would start playing music. And we were like, absolutely not. We were like
Can you imagine like at midnight? Yeah, imagine if they made it so the eyes light up red, like solar powered. So when like so you're just in the corner, you just hear
yeah.
like,
I wonder if it's I wonder if it's still there. We were this was at like a church group that I was going to at the time where we did this. And we decided, I don't remember who got it. It was one of my friends who got it, but we decided to just take it and leave it under the stage of like the church. And it was there for a long time. I want to know if it's still there.
Could you imagine if it echoed loud enough to like when someone was just on stage just heard it? Like, where did that come from?
Where? Yeah, that thing was creepy. I think that's the weirdest, creepiest white elephant gift I've ever seen.
I don't have creepy things, but I think the funniest thing, I didn't personally receive this, but it was really funny. It was the year that I moved. I was with my cousin, and my cousin was like, "Oh, you'll be in my friend group." That's just what happened. So there's people that I don't really know. I've only been with them for like 2 months by this point. One of the guys opens a present, and in the box is an avocado, hot sauce, and a box of condoms.
Oh gosh.
That was it.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what you're gonna do with that combination of things, but I think it's best not to question.
But I'm looking at it. And we're all like, everyone else is laughing. I'm like, what? I don't know you. Well, like, do I laugh at this? Is this a joke? Are you just being cruel?
Right.
Like, what's going on?
That sounds like an inside joke type of thing. But like,
well, it was funny too because in my mind I saw an avocado and I thought of the vine, an avocado. Thanks, and I said it like under my breath. The guy that opened the present didn't say it, so the guy that bought it for him was like, "You didn't say thanks for the avocado. That was a joke." I'm like, what about the sriracha sauce and the condoms?
Right.
What if one of the girls got that? Like, what are they gonna do with it?
You have some explaining to do. Yeah, I want to hear the backstory behind that.
It was funny too because everyone else got normal gifts. There was like unicorn slippers. There was normal gifts other than the box.
Oh my gosh.
So weird.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I don't know.
Secret Santa. The weirdest thing I got for my senior class, we had Secret Santa, and we had it filled out like things you like and dislike, and then you bought for some people. And I could tell that mine was like bought last minute, and he didn't know what to buy for me because all I got was like triple chocolate muffins. And I was like, I don't really like double chocolate to begin with, but triple chocolate was like, ugh. But yeah. I was like, I wonder who bought for me. And I look to my left and I just see the guy that bought for me just looking at me like this. I was like,
hope you like it.
I'm like, I wonder who bought for me.
I wonder.
Also, the girl I bought for, on her thing, she just wrote that she really loves pineapples. Mm-hmm. Like, not even just like the food, just like pineapple decor. Yeah, just pineapple. So I literally went to 4 stores. I got like a pineapple lamp. I got a pineapple, just like desk charm. I found everything that was pineapple. And Jessley, if you ever watch this, which you probably won't, it still makes me so happy. She like teared up a little bit by how much I got her. I'm like, it was literally just pineapple.
It was just pineapples.
Like, I didn't think it'd be that much, and everyone's like, "Who bought for her?" I'm like, "I did," and she's like, "I hate you." I'm like, it's pineapples. It's like it wasn't even like that expensive. It was just pineapple stuff I found. But it makes me so happy.
Oh yeah,
I hope you're doing well in life.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the whole Christmas thing, right? It's just like the gratification of seeing somebody just like receive a gift. I think that's my favorite thing, is seeing the excitement of just like being on the other end, not necessarily the receiving, but like, you know,
getting to see gifter instead of the gifted.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
I cannot stand people
I've gotta, it's over here and it's a pain in the butt to pull out, so I'm not going to, but guess what one of my friends gave me as a gift?
A Danny DeVito cutout.
No, but I wish. It's not quite as cool as that. But so I don't know. I've told you my movie poster collection, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got like some. So my buddy who works at the theater, shout out Joseph, he got me like the ginormous like 4 by 6 foot Five Nights at Freddy's poster that hangs in the lobby. The giant one. I'm like, I have no idea where I'm gonna put this, but it's so freaking cool.
Does it fit on your door?
No, it's like almost twice as wide as my door.
So what you're saying is you need to cut out space for a larger door and then just put a handle on this.
Yes, exactly.
Mom, I did not recommend that if he does it. It was not my fault. Don't blame me for things that your child did.
Yep. No, I take full but yeah, so he got me that. He got me like the 24 by 36 Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem poster. Got me like a Jurassic Park 30th anniversary poster. A smaller Five Nights at Freddy's poster of the other variant. Mm-hmm. And then my buddy Tom got me the normal size, like 27.5 by 40-inch Five Nights at Freddy's poster. Like the iconic one with the 4 of them on there. It's so cool.
Tom probably was like, I got the best gift possible. Then Joseph walked in with the bigger one. It's like, big is better, right?
Yeah, so I
would have been so upset if I was Tom.
Yeah. No, well, but it's cool because the one that Tom got me is different.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I've got 3 different Five Nights at Freddy's posters now. I have absolutely nowhere to hang them, but I have them.
That's what I feel about some of the Comic-Con stuff I have. Like, I finally hung up the grass starters.
Oh, yeah.
And as you can see, I have the things here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll be able to show it with this camera, but actually, I can just pick it up. So I actually got one of them hung up now.
Oh, yeah.
In the corner. And it actually has a light on it. If it will turn on. There we go.
Oh.
So you can't really see it, but I'm in the I think we're going to hang the rest of them up the wall. I was just testing to see if that would work.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully I can keep hanging stuff up. Now I got to fix this camera. Awesome. I'll fix it later.
Yeah. Nice.
But I was going to say, the one thing I can't stand about Christmas is people that get gifts and can't like be appreciative that they got a gift instead of have to complain. Like that's just actually not even Christmas. Like I hear the horror stories of. I just realized this light also turned on by accident. They're all remote controlled by the same thing. I looked over like there's a big light, but there's been themes of there was this spoiled brat that was like 16. She got what was it? I think it was like a Camaro or something for her birthday, and she complained to her dad that it was the wrong color.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah. It's like just I don't know. It's you especially I guess it's different if you're rich and you don't actually like appreciate things for what they are. Mm-hmm. But like you and I both grew up pretty poor.
Whoa. Who you calling poor?
Okay, well I said grew up poor, all right?
Who
I don't know. Grew? Okay, well I grew up poor. You know, you learn to appreciate things.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just it's the thought that matters, dude. And it sounds so cliche to say that, but like, you know, somebody went out of their way to buy you a gift, like that's all that should matter, is that there's somebody that cares enough about you to go out of their way to get you something.
I'm not even lying. This is one of my favorite gifts that my mom ever got me for Christmas. It's they get you this as a QR code. You can track where this animal specifically is going. You have like a GPS of this, and I've had Rhea for I think 2 years now. Mm-hmm. It came with a bracelet that has a turtle on it as well. You can get so many different animals. Like my sister's got a polar bear and an elephant. Mm-hmm. Literally just being able to like check in on Rhea every so often, like this is amazing. Like I love turtles.
Yeah,
just being able to do this is so much fun. Mm-hmm. Like my mom knew I like turtles. She got me a bracelet that had a turtle on it. Got me the ability to track a turtle. Like
that's so cool.
It still sits on my desk to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, that's what
I just
I
realized.
love that sort of stuff.
Oh no.
We got my mom a little baby elephant. We sponsored a baby elephant a few years ago for Christmas or birthday or something.
Oh,
I think those gifts are so cool. I love it.
seriously, because it's so easy. Just
Well, and it's just like
just the little things.
like it's a cool sort of, because that's something I struggle with a lot is I'm not a good gift buyer. And so it's one of those things that like it's a cool thing that's just, you know, something to check up on, and it's going to a good cause.
Yeah, I find it really funny because I have a lot of friends that I have, especially where I live now. They're like, I don't know what to buy this person. I'm like, buy them this. Like, but that doesn't fit with their personality. Like,
Then
what they
what does?
want it.
Right.
Like our friend, you remember meeting Maya? Hi, Maya.
Yeah.
Um, my roommate was trying to find a present for her, like the first year that we knew her. Or the first year that he really like knew her as a friend.
Yeah.
And he's like asking about this, and this. I'm like, buy her a very large fluffy pillow. He goes, but that doesn't make sense. I'm like, it does.
It does.
It's
Just do
like,
it.
but I'm like, it does. He bought it. He goes, okay, whatever. And he's like, we gave it to her, and she was like, she like still uses it to this day. This was like 3 or 4 years ago that she got it, and she still uses it to this day. And she always thanks my roommate, and he goes, how'd you know? I'm like, it's a pillow.
Right.
Like,
Who couldn't use a pillow?
who doesn't need a pillow? Who doesn't need a soft pillow?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it's really easy when you listen to people. But now they've gotten too comfortable with each other, and he keeps trying to buy her a scale, like a weight scale to step on, because she keeps calling herself fat, even though she's like 90 pounds.
It's like, no.
And I'm
not,
like, don't you
do
dare.
not. Don't you dare. Don't do it.
Every
That's
time we go grocery
dangerous.
shopping, he's like, oh, look, a new scale's been put on the shelves at my arm. I'm like,
You're
no.
like, no.
No.
Don't go.
No,
That's
no.
a dangerous game to play. Oh, that's funny. All right. We're going to start wrapping it up. It's Christmas Eve, and we have festivities to attend to. So we want to thank you all for watching. As the new year approaches, we are very grateful for everyone who's tuned in this year. We'll do a longer New Year's episode where we'll go into some of that next week. But thank you for being here. If you're listening to this, I assume you're listening to this after Christmas, so I hope you had a good time. And we will see you next week. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Merry Christmas.